Miss Mullins, according to you, you've known this young man for many, many years. I'd like to know how you know him.
Well, I was raised with his father and his uncle in the neighborhood, and his father's about my age, so I watched him grow up as a child to an adult, too.
There came a point when Mr. McGrath needed a place to stay, wasn't doing well, and you offered him to come to your house. That's according to you.
Yes.
Is that what happened?
No, Your Honor. I had a very nice house, and I was living alone. I did not need Mrs. Mullins' residence.
So what did you go there for?
Why I went to Mrs. Mullins' house is because I went to jail back in December of 2015. Her and my dad came up to the agreement that she was going to bail me out of jail. When she bailed me out of jail, I manned up and took the responsibility that I was going to pay her back for the bail. I paid her back.
Just a second. Is this leading to why you left your very nice house where you were living by yourself and moved in with her?
Mrs. Mullins said that it would be easier for me to pay her the bail back if I moved in with her.
No, Your Honor.
Just a second. Was it easier?
No.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
What do you do?
I'm a direct care professional. I work in an assisted living home.
You have any training for that?
Yes.
What?
CPR, first aid, hospitality.
Do you take any prescribed medication?
No, I don't.
Who do you live with?
Right now, I fell on hard times, and I currently moved back in with my mother.
When did you move back in with your mother?
I just moved back in December of 2017.
So what kind of hard times did you fall on if you work in an assisted living facility?
I left to accept a new job, and it wasn't what I thought it was.
So are you currently working or not?
Yes, I'm doing janitorial work for the time being.
So you're not working in an assisted living facility?
Not at this time, no.
When you lived with Mrs. Mullins for the year, who were you working for?
I worked for Flat Rock Manor.
Look at me. You already told me something that turned out to be inaccurate when I asked you who you worked for, and that wasn't true. I mean, I even asked you further, what training do you have? Do you understand? And you told me CPR and this training and that training. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I'm not getting a good feeling, Mr. McGrath.
Okay.
So I want you to be very careful when you give me answers, because they don't keep me here because I'm gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Do you understand?
You are very gorgeous.
Good. When you moved in, who were you working for?
I was working for North Oakland Residential Services.
And when did that job terminate?
In July of 2017.
So you were working there at the nursing facility the full time that you were living with Miss Mullins?
Yeah, and another place. I was working 2 jobs and at one time 3.
And were you giving Miss Mullins any money?
I was just contributing with the bills to my
How much money were you giving her?
My whole check was being deposited in Miss Mullins' bank account.
Your whole check from the nursing facility?
Yes.
Is that correct? Just think carefully. Remember, I know where we're going. Was his whole check deposited in your bank account?
A few times. Not from Northwood, but from Flat Rock Manor. A few times, yes.
How many is a few?
I have it here. Let's see.
Your Honor, I have some proof I would like to present to you.
Of how often your checks were deposited into her account?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see them.
You'll notice her bank account number is on, and towards the last page, my bank account number is.
I want you to tell me, sir, how many times. Give that back to him, please, Bert. I want you to tell me how many times your whole check was deposited in Miss Mullins' bank account. You look and tell me.
13 times of the proof that I have.
How many times, Miss Mullins, and don't look at a spreadsheet that you prepared for this case. Look at your bank account. How many times were his checks deposited in your bank account?
I would agree with...
He has 13 occasions that he can account for.
And I would agree with that.
Fine.